This show is proudly sponsored by TraderCobb.com, the leaders in checklist-based trading strategy. Yes, that's exactly how it sounds. I'll teach you a literal checklist so you can tick off items and be decisive very quickly. Get across to TraderCobb.com, where there's a bunch of free content there for you to have a look at. And of course, if you're interested in having me come to your city, click and register for the live events coming up and filling fast. Have a great day. Visit TraderCobb.com now.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.
G'day everybody, welcome to the Trader Cobb Crypto Show. I'm back in the office, first time in a while. It's nice to be back in this environment, really. Very fast computer. Oh, it's good to be back. No more having to wait for things. It all happens instantly. And as much as there's not a lot going on in the markets, I'm pretty pumped to be back in here, ready to attack. It's been a good week or so since I've been back in here. Of course, with the Brisbane course over the weekend and me taking some time out up in Noosa, I've really had a good break. During that break, it doesn't look like there was all that much that happened, so timed it pretty bloody well. Pretty stoked about that. By the way, thank you to everyone who came along in Brisbane, and if you come into Melbourne, get your spot. We might actually be full, I'm not sure. Anyway, let us know. Okay, so Bitcoin's sitting at 10,920 today, down 4.21%, talking to the Bitfinex chart. And look, realistically, it ain't looking too crash hot. A couple of things to consider here. If I look at the daily here, we didn't break up through that bullish candle in the daily cradle zone. What does it mean? Not a great deal, to be honest, because we go zoom out and have a look at the weekly. We're a bit messy on the weekly here. It's been a while since we've had a good run, but we take ourselves back to periods of time such as back in December 2015, January 2016, and also back through July and then through August of 16, and we have had the market go into sideways periods. Now, if I have to wait a few months to get a similar sort of run from that August period to up to where we were was the 3,320%. I'm happy to wait a couple of months for that. It just makes a sort of it just makes trading a little bit more slow. And I say slow because you can trade through this rubbish if you wish to, and you can lose as much money as you want. For me, I'll be sitting back and waiting for the best opportunity. So, we're sitting above 10,000 still. We had a pretty strong run up from the 91.18 lows, and as much as it is now in a 4-hour downtrend, it's not a good enough trend for me to be really looking for trades in at the moment from my point of view. Ethereum against the dollar is $210 and 27 cents, down 0.63%. So naturally, the ETH BTC chart is up about 4%, or just shy of 4% today. Again, a pretty ugly looking chart. The daily is very sideways, has been ranging around that $200 mark for a while now, and not really much to report there. EOS also looking pretty average at $4.09, down 1% today. Bitcoin is the major faller, major decline in the top 10. The rest of the market sort of holding its ground, a lot more buoyant than Bitcoin at the moment, but EOS, again, an ugly chart. XLM. 7.4 cents, down 1.69%. That spike that we see there on Bittrex, it's just ugly. There's really nothing much going on there. I'm just not a fan of it at all. XRP against the dollar, still hanging around, not breaking that 28.5 cent support. It's a really horribly ugly looking chart, as is most of the top 10, to be honest. Has been for a while now. Apart from Bitcoin and Ethereum a couple of weeks back, it's been a bit of a mess. Litecoin against the dollar, again, just hanging down low, 85.36, so $85.36. It's down 0.79%, and again, a very ugly chart. Bitcoin Cash, the absolute star performer in the top 10 today. It's up 6.48% at 352.15 and soldiering along quite nicely. As a matter of fact, the trend, or the chart, I should say, against Bitcoin also doesn't look too bad. One of the better trends out there at the moment, although not amazing. It's a slow grinder. Binance against dollar Tether is at $29.50. It's down 2.27% today. And again, a very, very confused looking messy chart. Tron falls into the same boat. Although the daily is in a downtrend with lower highs and lower lows, pulled back beautifully into an old level of support and resistance. That old support became resistance. Clearly, The problem that I've got is there has been divergence across the board. It's a pretty average ugly looking chart at the moment, and from my point of view, it's really not something I'm looking to trade. It's at 2 cents, 0.4, and we're down 1.37%. Finally, Cardano, 1.32% down, sitting at 5.2 cents as well. Very ugly looking chart as well. The only thing I can add, BSV, USD, BSV, USD. Let's have a look at that in the Bitfinex chart. What we've got is a little bit of support starting to come in there around $138.30, $138.30 right now. It's currently not at that level. Currently, the price that we've got is at $143.95, and it's just hanging around. So I haven't got that support there that's tradable just yet, but I am keeping an eye on that. It is in my watch list. I am stalking that today. So guys, I'm back. Things will get back to normal for the next couple of weeks until I head down to Melbourne to go back on stage and run the next 2-day event. I can't wait to see you there. If you haven't got your spot, get along. Go and have a look at the web pages and whatnot at tradercobb.com and have a look at the testimonials that people have been given. These are people that have done courses with us before, coming back for a refresher, and absolute beginners. We're doing a good job. I'm very proud of what we put together, and I hope that you get to join us. If not, jump online, check out the online courses, and get yourself ready for the next run. Whether it be higher or lower, we'll be there. Bye for now. This show is proudly sponsored by TraderCobb.com, the leaders in checklist-based trading strategy. Yes, that's exactly how it sounds. I'll teach you a literal checklist so you can tick off items and be decisive very quickly. Get across to TraderCobb.com, where there's a bunch of free content there for you to have a look at. And of course, if you're interested in having me come to your city, click and register for the live events coming up and filling fast. Have a great day. Visit TraderCobb.com now.